Hi guys, welcome to my channel Soil and Margaritas. My name is Roxana and today we're going to start more seeds. So today I am basically going to start my brassicas and I am also going to start some lettuce and I'm also going to start scarlet sage salvia. If you guys remember the salvia that I planted last year in my no-dig flower bed, it was amazing. It was a magnet for hummingbirds and I truly enjoyed that plant and it's definitely going to be a repeat for me this year. So I saved some seeds. And I saved a bunch of seeds. I actually show you how I did that. I saved these in a little brown paper bag. And when I had some time in the winter, I actually went and collected all the seeds from those flower heads that I saved. So I am very excited to try them. I am hoping that I can get a few more plants this year. And yes, let me show you how I'm going to do all of that today. As many of you know, I like to start with potting mix or seed starting mix that is semi-wet. And for today, I am using just regular potting mix. Use whatever you have on hand. A good quality potting mix that you like works perfect. And the reason why I am starting with potting mix is because I am hoping that they can stay in the containers where I'm going to put them a little bit longer than usual. And if I start them with seed starting mix, that once they develop their first set of true leaves, then I will have to pot them up to something bigger with potting mix. So for today at least, I am going to skip that step and I am just going to use regular potting mix. That is perfect. The consistency is basically, it's not soaking wet, it's just manageable for me. I'm not breathing all the dust. And I am going to start my salvias in this trays, in the 72 cell little trays. I got these from Bootstraps. These are really heavy duty quality and I love them. So I am going to fill this up and I am only going to start 6 plants of salvia this year. That's what I'm going for. So I am going to put 2 seeds per cell, per container, and I am hoping that one of them will come through. And at the end, I will have 6 beautiful plants. And when I'm doing that, when I'm doing this right here, I just gently, very gently push down just a little bit, because sometimes there are spaces where the soil doesn't go through well. And once I start watering, it will probably settle down just a little bit. That's beautiful right there. Look at that. And like I mentioned, these are the seeds that I saved from my plants last year. So I'm actually going to put 3 seeds just in case. 1, 2. And the seeds are so tiny. And I am just very gently just going to make sure that they are, I am not going to bury them really deep. Like I mentioned, the seeds are very small, but I do want to make sure that they make contact with the soil. So once they germinate and if I get all of the seeds that I put here, if I get them to germinate, then I'll have to thin the seedlings to where I just leave the best, healthier looking plant there in each cell. Although I could change my mind and decide to divide them and have 12 or 18 plants here. You never know. And this tray, this little tray, is going to go under my LED lights with everything else that I have growing back there. If you're wondering, my lights are off right now for the purpose of making this video. And they're going to be there. I'm going to keep them watered, and I am going to keep them in somewhere warm. My room here is very warm where I keep all of my seedlings. And hopefully here in the next week or so, I will start seeing some germination, ideally. Okay, so for the brassicas and some of my lettuce and other greens, I am, it's hard to decide. I have so many seeds. If you guys order from Baker Creeks, you know that sometimes when you make a purchase, depending on how much you purchase, they send you a free package of seeds. And this year I got a lot of lettuce. I got a bunch of these gorgeous lettuce. I love them a lot. The butternut crunch, and this guy, I actually have ordered them before, and the fact that they sent it to me for free, I am just loving it. So I have plenty of lettuce, and normally lettuce is something that I would like to try to get a little bit more towards the middle of April for my zone. But I noticed a lot of other people that they use some sort of frost fabric and a hoop house as well for their lettuce. So I am going to push it a little bit this year, and I'm going to try some lettuce. And just in case, I am just going to start a little bit more lettuce here in 2 or 3 weeks, so that, you know, I have enough for my second row of lettuce. I don't know how well these are going to do. I'm going to try to take them out somewhere around the middle of March, or when the seedlings are nice and strong and healthy. And hopefully I can show you that process as well. So that's the lettuce that I'm going to start today. I have some butter crunch. I love this, absolutely love it. Merlot. Lettuce, this one has a French name. I have no idea how to say it. Hopefully you can see it there. And Yuricule, I have no clue how to say this one as well. And then somebody sent me this baby oak leaf lettuce. I am excited to see how that one grows to be. I got this from a seed swap, I believe, that I joined. And that's the lettuce that I'm starting. And for the brassicas, if you guys remember, if you guys were here last year, you remember how gorgeous my brassicas grew indoors. My seedlings were nice and strong. However, the first or second day that I took them outside, when I was starting to get them acclimated outside, I forgot about them the second day, and they stay out overnight. And it was a really harsh night with the temperatures, and they die completely. Even though I am starting brassicas and lettuce, and even though they handle cool temperatures well, you still have to harden them off just like you would your peppers or your tomatoes. You have been growing them inside for, you know, 2 or 3 weeks. They have been in the nice warm temperatures, so they're going to really not like it if you take them outside straight into the cold. So remember that hardening off is a process that you have to go through most everything that you grow inside. So I am going to start this today. Let me make some room here. Sometimes deciding how many of each variety I want to grow is the hard part. So I am going to use one of each of these little trays for each variety of lettuce. So I'm going to do 1 container per variety, and I have 5 varieties. Okay, so I think that I made up my mind about the quantity of seedlings that I want to make for lettuce and for my brassicas. So I am going to get a bunch of these started. You are probably familiar of how lettuce seeds look like, but if not, let me see if I can get you somewhat of a close-up. I don't know how well you can see. Trying not to get them underneath there. Can you see that? They're not super tiny, so you can handle them well. So I am going to start with my butter crunch, and basically, like I mentioned, I'm going to make 1 container per variety, but I am going to make 1 variety, probably the butter crunch. Probably the butter crunch, I'm going to have 2 containers because it's one of my favorites. So we'll see how they grow. Like I said, I'm pushing it a little bit with lettuce in my zone. If they don't make it, then they don't make it. And I am going with 2 seeds per cell. And I just want to make sure that I have my label makers here, super fancy. And I am not trying to push the seeds really deep. Just want to cover them with a little bit of soil. I love this lettuce. I have been growing it for 2 years and it's amazing. So I am done planting my lettuce and my brassicas, and I am excited to see how they do for this year. I am definitely going to keep my eye when I harden these off outside, and I'm excited. They're going to go under my LED lights with everything else. I'll probably have to start a second shelf because I think I'm running out of space for 1 shelf. Thank you for being here, you guys, and if you have any questions, let me know in the comments, and I hope that you're having a good day. Until the next time.